So guys, in the last session, we discussed about the Python comprehension concept. So we have the four major types of comprehensions. So one is the list comprehension, one is the set comprehension, dictionary comprehension, and generator comprehension. Okay, so using the comprehension concept, by using the exist, we are going to generating the new sequence object by writing the shortest syntax, concise way code. By writing the more concise way code with the less syntax, we can generate the new sequence as per our requirement. So here, comprehension syntax. So like this, we are writing within the square bracket for list comprehension, within the square bracket for set comprehension within the curly braces with comma separating. For dictionary comprehension within the square bracket only with the column separation, key column value format. For generator comprehension within the parentheses, just the symbol only changing for all comprehensions. Now inside this symbol, first one expression is required. First one here expression required what you want to do, and next one for clause we are writing, and followed by optional one or more for loops or conditions we can write it. Okay, this is the concept of the comprehension. And in the last session, I uploaded some files also, functions related. Okay, so what is the list comprehension in Python? This question number of times asking guys in interviews. What is the list comprehension in Python? Okay, what is the use of comprehensions in Python? Like asking. So what is the comprehension you need to tell, and what are the available comprehensions are there? Like you can tell here. So most of the people asking questions related to list comprehensions. Okay, so here, what is happening here? So range of 10 values generating, and power value. This is what the square values of them. Finding x into 2 means the square values you are getting. So this is nothing but multiplication related, exponent related. So normal for loop when writing like this, one empty list we are using. Into that empty list using append method, we are adding that square value. But here directly adding to the list only. No need of using append. This condition, after executing this condition, if it returns true, then those values only adding into the list, otherwise not adding. Okay, so how to find the squares of numbers from 1 to 10 already above given. One more time there here. So filter even numbers from a list. So above 1 only this one. And what are the dictionary comprehension in Python? So same like list comprehension only within the curly brace with the key value format we are writing. Same above examples we can write here. Okay, so now here, see every number we are getting, this number is like a key, its a square value is like a value, dictionary format creating. And how to count the frequency of characters in a string. So I have one string. So in this string, each character how many times are repeated. In the last session also, in a multi-line string, multiple words there, every word how many times are repeated, key and value format executed by writing some logics. So here comprehension using comprehension, see easily we got it. Okay, so for loop first writing for char in the string. In this string, each character is getting, and now this character is like a key here. This character is like a key, and in Python string concept we have a count method. String dot count of a given character. This is our character. This character how many times coming in this string, that is representing by count method. Are you understanding? So that's why every character is like a key. It is how many times repeated is like a count coming. Single line done. Come on, are you able to understand this coding? In the chat box, give reply. If you are okay with this one, remaining programs easily will understand. I will go with other topic. In Python, n number of methods we discussed in the string concept. So those all concepts as per the requirement, wherever we require, there we can use like this. In Python, the string, we have a count method, given value how many times repeated counting. So right now h is repeated here one time only. So because of this one coming, letter is h column 1. Next another letter e one time coming. So in this program L 3 times coming. That's why L3 like displayed. So this is about the comprehension related. Okay, I will let you know one more thing. One more thing I will let you know. How to extract the vowels from the string. How to extracting the vowels from the string. So this is one string. In this, some consonants character there, vowels character there. Vowels means A, E, I, O, U, lower letters and upper letters. See, these are the vowels. A, E, I, O, U, lower and upper letter. So in this, any vowels there, those all vowels catch out. Okay, take out and print. So now here, for loop, I'm writing first this one. Always first check the for loop. So for char in a string, this is the string. In this string, each character getting into this char variable. Okay. Now this character is a vowel or not, I want to be check it. So this is the second condition. Second execution. Okay. So if char in this vowel, this is our vowel. So this is what membership operator. This character in this checking. If available returns true. So if true returns, that character is going to add into this list. That character is going to add into the list. So this is the third one. This is the third sequence. This is the first sequence. This is the first sequence, and this is second one. Execution related. Okay. First from the string, each character is getting that character is available or not in this A, E, I, O, U. Nothing but in this vowels, available or not in this vowel checking. If available, that character is adding into the list. If not available, then not adding. So finally, after executing this all loop, then we are going to get E, O, O. So here the E is there, here O is there, here O is there. These are the three letters available here in this vowels. So only vowels we are find out here. Yes, Sunil, definitely we can extract. Without comprehension, can we find out vowels? Can we find out vowels in the string like asking someone? Yes, definitely can do it. Okay. So ideally, if I'm discussing guys, these programs more, taking days more time. That's why directly in the materials I given, when you people are doing practice, you will get it solution. Okay, so I will show you one program for this. Control O. In the last session, we created our file in 8 a.m. Comprehension topic. Now here, okay, this is the comprehension related vowels extracting. So this is now we will write like normal variation. So now you can take it vowels related one variable vowels equal to A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U. These all are the vowels. One vowel string I used, one normal string is there here. Okay. So now first write for char in string, for char in the string. This for loop we are writing. For char in string. From this string, each character is getting. Okay. So now this character is available or not in this vowels. I want to be check it. That is this one. that is this one. Okay. So if char n, so instead of writing like vowels directly, so I used here one variable. So that variable I will use. So if this character available in this vowels, I want to add to one list, for example. So vowel list assumption, vowels list, like I'm taking vowels list, empty list I used. So here this is the list. Okay, this is the list comprehension. So into the list I added vowels here in this program. So that's why vowels list like one variable I used. If this character is available in this vowels, then in this vowel list, okay, nothing but this is the list. In this list, using append method, we are going to add this char. That's it. After completing this entire loop, then we can print this vowels list. This vowels list we can print it. So now you can see here EOO we are getting. This is using the normal for loop, using normal for loop and the conditions. Now this is I'm going to be commenting this program. So this is using the comprehension, same program. So here also you're getting same result. Okay, check it here. Simply sting used here, sting used. So here within the single line completing. So here I created one vowels. Okay, if you don't want to be vowels here, directly you can write here vowel characters. No problem. That is your ways. Okay, these all vowels we can write directly here without creating separately. That's your ways. Same like I used here. So next here the for loop you are writing, condition you are writing, and then adding into the list. So here also see for loop I used, condition I checked, condition matched the element using expression adding into the list. Got it? So using the normal loops and conditions, always we will get the solution for every problem. And using the comprehensions, most of the times we will get the solutions, but not all situations. Yes, now, okay. So here the extracting the vowels related Platen nested list related I given Platen nested list. See here the nested for loop related I used. So here check it first loop this one. So in the nested list of list there guys, list of list there. So from the outer list, each list sublist value getting, this is sublist first getting 1, 2, 3. So this 1, 2, 3 value again coming to here. This is a nested list. Nested list. So for item in sublist. So for this sublist, each item we are getting. Now this item value adding into the list. So it means 1 adding, next 2 adding, 3 adding, next another sublist, outer loop executing, another sublist executing, 4, 5 sending to here in the sublist. Then from this sublist, 4 and 5 separately accessing. Finally, like this, we are getting. So here, list of sublist there, each sublist values accessing and adding to the single list. Okay. So this is the outer for loop, this is inner for loop. If you are writing normal conditions, normal loops, one outer for loop we are writing, inside that inner for loop we are writing, then you will get it like this. Clear this one? So for example, you can see here, I will show you this program. So these 3 lines execute here. You're getting solution like this. So using the comprehension, so I will create it this. See here, one first this is the input. Input is required. Input is copy here. Input is copy here. Now for loop we can write for or else simply this one, see here, simply this one only I will use, no problem. Now from this nested list, each sublist is getting first time getting this sublist, zero index based sublist, 1, 2, 3 is there. Okay, inside that one more list we are writing, that is called nested list, nested loop. So now see here, in this sublist, first this value is coming to here, this value. Now from this sublist, so each I value getting into item. So first one is getting, next two getting, next three getting. Okay, these things I want to be add into one list. So here the something variable used, flattened list like something. So empty list or whatever you want, you can take it. Now here into this list, using append method, you are adding this item. That's it. So this item you are adding to this list. So after executing this all, then print this flattened text can execute. See, same result you are getting. So here first, because of this outer loop, so this one is getting first time, and this sublist we are using in the nested list, nested loop. This sublist we are using in the nested loop. Okay, so in this sublist we have 1, 2, 3. Each item we are getting into variable, this variable. Each value we are getting into this item variable. First one is getting, that one is adding into this list. Next two getting, next three getting. So finally this sublist iterations completing. So sublist iteration completing means this inner for loop iteration closing. Okay, I mean execution closing. Then outer loop executing. Outer loop one more time executing. So then second time one more sublist 4, 5 coming. So now here 4, 5 is there. So first 4 reaching reading, and that 4 is adding. Next 5 reading, 5 is adding here. Then sublist completing. Then outer loop executing. So coming to here one more time, third time 6, 7, 8 coming. So then each value again accessing 18. Okay, so like that, a loop inside another loop also we can write called nested loops as per the requirement. Okay, so here lot of programs I added, guys. Lot of programs I added. You can check it. These all things, and also dictionary comprehension related also. Dictionary related also. What is dictionary? How to accessing related, and here dictionary comprehension related programs also. Lot of programs I added here. Okay, these all things you will understand definitely. Okay. Yes. So now I will start today Python functions related topic. I will start. This is the module 5 related. So in module 5 functions, modules and packages all together we are going to discussing one after another. So here Python functions concept. Python functions concept. So here, what is a function? You need to get a lot of questions you will get here. What is a function? What is the purpose of function? What is the purpose of function? Next, how to create a function. Okay. After creating function, how to call or else how to execute a function. Okay. And function rules. At the time of creating function, some rules there. So about the rules we need to be discussing, and for about parameters, about the parameters and arguments, about the parameters and arguments, and about return keyword behavior, about return keyword behavior, okay, and types of functions, we are discussing. Okay, so these are some basic points initially we need to be discussing. Later, a lot of points will come here in the functions. Functions topic is a big chapter, so focus on this one. Okay. Yes. Just wait, I'll have water. Now comes to here. So first point, a function is a block of code. A function is a block of organized block of organized block of organized reusable code, reusable code block. A function is a block of organized reusable code that is used to perform a single or a related task. That is used to perform that is used to perform a related task. This one. A function is a block of organized reusable code and that is used to performing the related task. We have one requirement. Our requirement related one function we are going to creating. This function is a reusable organized code, reusable code maintaining, okay, with organizing, required format as per the requirement we are writing. A block of organized reusable code we are calling, or else simply a block of reusable code. A block of reusable code. Block of means a group of statements, multiple lines, one or more lines, okay, by following the indentation wherever we are writing. So that is we are calling a block of statements. Inside the if, by following some indentation group of statements we are writing, nothing but if block statements we are calling. Inside the else also, else block statements we are creating. Inside the for loop also, for loop related statements we are creating. Okay, block of statements. In while loop also, block of statements we are writing. Same like in function also, block of statements we are going to write it. Okay, a function is a block of organized reusable code, and that is used to performing the related task. It is used to performing the related task. Okay, a function is a syntax of a structure. A function is a syntax of structure in which we represent the reusable business logics. In which we represent the reusable business logics simply. So function is a syntax. Function is a syntax of structure. Syntax of structure in which we represent the reusable business logic. Reusable business logics. Okay, a function is a syntax of structure in which we represent the reusable business logic coding. Reusable business logic coding means creating one time n number of statements, use n number of times wherever we want. Okay, so in function we are creating we are creating n number of lines, n number of lines code one time, and we can reuse n number of times wherever we want. Okay, so this one, we are creating a number of lines code one time in a function, and we can reuse n number of times these all lines of code whenever we want. Okay, that is the main function purpose is. Remember, simply reusability code, creating one time, use a number of times. So functions, how to creating? So by using def keyword, we can define the function in Python. Okay, after the def keyword, creating the function name, followed by the def keyword, function name we are writing. See here, def is one keyword in Python. Def keyword followed by the function name, any function name, identifier name. By following the identifier rules, we can create this function name, and followed by the parenthesis. Inside this parenthesis, optional parameters we can use, and followed by the column. So column means some indentation we need to be write. So like a number of lines code, we can write it. Okay, this is the function syntax, guys. So def keyword followed by the function name, followed by the parenthesis, inside the parenthesis optional parameters, and then column we are using. Okay, and then now here a number of lines of code we are writing, a number of lines of code. Okay, so minimum how many lines required here? Come on, let me know in the chat box. In a block, minimum how many lines of code? Let me know, guys. Already block, for loop, while loop, I mean, these are all are blocks only, else block we discussed. Naga Venkat, I will let you know, no problem about the parameter. Wait, right now I'm giving syntax only. Come on, let me know my question answer. So inside the function, okay, not only function, wherever you are representing a block, inside a block, okay, so using column, we are writing the block representation. So inside the block, minimum how many lines required? Minimum one line required. Maximum n number of lines as per the requirement. Minimum one line, maximum n number of lines. Remember that minimum line also I don't want to be right, then simply pass keyword we are writing. Pass is a keyword. Syntactically, it is satisfying, but logically we are not getting any output. After defining the function, if not writing any lines, then throwing the syntax error. That's why to overcoming that problem, pass keyword we are using. Okay, so remember that. So here, minimum one line, maximum n number of lines we can write. So here line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, like that. So in every function, guys, in every function, as a last statement, return keyword with none value there. None also a keyword. Okay, it representing like none value, nothing, null value. So like this syntax is there. Okay, def is a keyword for defining the function or for creating the functions we are using. This one, followed by the function name, identifier names we are using. Identifier names, rules already we discussed. Those rules remember and create it properly. And parenthesis, inside that optional parameters. Right now, optional parameters are nothing but some variables like a comma, b comma, C, like this. These all we are calling parameters. Parameters are nothing but variables only, which are required some values. A value, B value, C value, like that. Okay, optional parameters. If you want, you can use, otherwise no need to use it as per the requirement. And then column. Column we are writing means indentation. Block of statements we are writing line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, like that. Okay. Last line must be return keyword is there. So by default, in every function, return none is there. If we are not writing, then Python is considering this line as a last line. This line as a last line. After writing all your required lines, end line, Python only adding with a return none internally. If we want, we can write manually as per our requirement. Just wait, I will let you know about the return. So all of you clear about the syntax? So this is the syntax of the Python. Now, after creating this syntax of the Python function, syntax of the function. So here a number of lines logics we are writing. So whenever we are executing Python program, so line to line, top to bottom, line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, like these all lines syntactically correctly there or not, like checking, but not executing these function related statements. Function syntax having properly are not checking only, but function related statements are not executing automatically. When these function related statements are executing means whenever we are calling this function name explicitly, then only executing. This is our function. So here function name with a parenthesis, function name with parenthesis, here optional arguments we are using. Optional arguments, function name with optional arguments. Here, if any parameters there, same number of arguments we are passing. If no parameters there here, then no need of any arguments here also. Okay, just the function name is enough. Here, if two parameters there, two arguments we are passing. That's why n number of parameters if available, then n number of arguments we are passing. If no parameters, no arguments we are passing. So these parameters or arguments all are nothing but variables which are having values. Okay, so remember that. Slowly you will understand. So now this is we are calling function definition, guys. Defining the function, simply function signature or function definition we are calling, and these all lines we are calling function block. Function block means function related statements, group of statements. Function body we are calling function body or function block or function scope. Okay, lot of terms there. Most of the people remembering like function body statements, function block statements. Okay, and this is we are calling. Okay, this is we are calling function calling statements. Function calling statement. How to executing the function? By calling the function name using the by calling the function name, simply by calling the function name with required arguments. By calling the function name with the required arguments. All of you clear about this function syntax? So one day, if you are remembering, every day we are going to use like this only. So functions will not be executed automatically. The functions will not be executed automatically. Function will be executed whenever we are making a function call. How to making a function call means using the function name with required arguments. We are making a function call. We can call this function n number of times, creating one time with a group of lines of code. N number of times we can call it whenever we want. Whenever we want. This is about the function concept. Okay, I'm not writing all these statements here. If I'm typing theoretically every point taking a lot of time, so you will get in the material all theoretically information. So coding wise, I will discuss you guys. Coding wise. Okay, so yes. I will start one program for this. Okay, I'm going to close this comprehension. Now control N, control S. So here functions related will start. Function program dot.py. I saved. This is I'm going to close it. Now see here, def is a keyword followed by the function name. So any one function name we can write. So message like one function I'm writing. Optional parameters I said, followed by parenthesis, optional parameters. That's why I'm not taking any parameters. See, my cursor is blinking here. Means by default taking indentation. Now here, print. So welcome to function. Welcome to function like message I'm writing. One more print, n number of statements you can write if you want. So hello students, like something. Okay. Okay. Simply by message like we are writing, or else here hello one, hello one, here hello two, and after the function normal statement I'm writing. So this is the last line, right? Like one last line I'm writing. Now here before the function one start line also we can write start line, last line. If I'm executing this program top to bottom like this, top to bottom checking, so all lines syntactically correctly there or not checking. If every line syntactically properly there, then first this line executing, and next coming to here. So these all print statements there. Okay, inside the method, inside this function, but these all print statements not executing. Okay, directly coming to here. This is executing. So we are going to get these two lines only. We're going to get these two lines only. So one is our first line, start line, and end line. It's two lines only we are getting. So when these function related statements are executing means whenever we are calling, this is the defining the function or creating the function. Creating the function. These all lines we are calling function body. And now we need to be call it. So here message equal to message with parenthesis called the function calling. This is we are calling function calling. So when coming to here, function calling statement is there. Because of this, cursor is coming to here. Cursor is coming to here, or else simply going back. Okay. So coming to here, now going inside and print, three print statements there. There is the three print statements are going to be executing. Okay. First this line, next execution line is this one. Because of this, these three lines executing. After that, this last line executing. Okay, check it here. Welcome to function. Hello one, hello two, last line there. Last line is there. Okay, and next you can see this one here also I'm using. So now first execution statement this one, and next execution statement this one. Because of that, cursor moving to here and going inside, these all lines are executing. And next this line. After completing these all lines, cursor coming back to the next line. Okay, so now last line also executing. After that, one more time function we are calling. Because of this also, again, cursor reaching to this function execution statement location. Okay, so I mean function definition location. Because of this calling, again going inside, one more time executing these all lines. So I created one time these three statements. Here I'm using function name, n number of times we can use it. That is called reusability logic, reusability purpose. All of you clear? Purpose of the function: create one time, use n number of times. Create one time with required logics, use n number of times wherever we want, whenever we want. Okay, so multi-line comment I will put. So here, before that, okay, normal statement I will write. See here, I'm not writing any lines of code inside the function. I'm trying to be execute. Simply syntax error we are getting. Expected and indented block after the function definition. After the function definition, expected indented block. So here the cursor is waiting. So here something expected. Okay. So here going to get syntax error because of this coding. You're getting syntax error. So to overcoming this problem, so we can write here pass statement right now. Then no syntactical problem, but output also not getting. Okay. So this is a one variation. Now here creating the function with required statements and later executing. Okay. Create a function with required statements. Create a function with required statements and execute it. Execute it. So create a function. This is what create a function related comment, and this is calling function or executing function related statements. Calling the function, create a function, and after creating function here, inside that create a function body. Okay, body of function, simply body of function, or else function statements we can write like a function statements. A body of function or function statements, like we can consider these all lines. So slowly you need to understanding all the points. Up to here, everyone is clear? These all basic points. Next, create one more function. So this start line I will use first, and this end line also I will use. Now here function I'm going to be create message function. So here something print statements we are using. Some print statements we are using whatever we want. So now here previously no parameters I'm using here. Okay, empty parameters, simply empty parentheses I used. Okay, so that's why at the time of calling also no arguments there. Now here message of one name I'm using, one parameter I'm using here. So it means whenever you are calling this message, so this name value also we need to be sent here. This name value we need to be sent here. So name here directly I'm going to give here Virat value. Virat, like one value I'm giving here. Okay. So now check it here. Here how many parameters there? One parameter is there. So here how many values required? One value is required. Okay. So assumption I'm not giving here. I'm not giving here. So then what is happening? This start line executing, and here syntactically correctly there. Here my intention, hello, whatever the name you are giving, that name I want to be displayed here. Hello Virat, like something. So here one parameter is required. This signature correctly there or not checking. Yes, everything is fine. And here function calling. So here the expected one parameter, here one parameter is there. So expected one argument, but not giving argument. So in this situation, it is throwing the type error, message function missing one required positional argument. That is what? Name missing, like one type error we are getting. Okay, whenever we are calling this function, there we are getting the problem. So syntactically correctly there, but whenever we are calling, so proper inputs not giving. That's why we are getting the type error problem here. Simply for your understanding here, I'm giving this one, check it. This program, why this error is coming like that. So because of this line problem, we got it. That's why this last line also not executing, abnormally terminating our program. Okay, next, this is the same lines code. So every time this start line, end line, if you don't want, then no need to write. Directly these lines of code you can write. So here, one more time. So here name is there. So I'm going to use here Virat, I'm using Virat. Now, one variable is there, one parameter is there, one argument. Parameter is nothing but variable. To this variable, this is the value we are sending at the time of calling. Okay, so now this Virat value storing in this name, this Virat value storing in this name. Now this name value we are using here, hello Virat, like we are getting. So then proper value we are getting hello Virat, hello Virat. Are you clear this one? So what is output? You can check it here. Now next here 3 values I'm going to send more values. Here 1 parameter is there, so 2 values I'm sending. Here Rohit I'm sending. So expected how many parameters? I mean how many parameters are there here at the time of defining? 1 is there. Expected how many arguments means 1, but giving how many arguments? 2 arguments giving. So expected 1 giving 2 means more values we are giving. So in this situation also type error we are getting. So message function takes only 1 positional argument, but 2 were given. Expected only 1, but 2 given. Like again error coming here. Again error coming here. Love you clear this one? So here how many parameters are there? Same number of arguments we need to be passed. So that is you need to understanding. So less parameters related count less values giving or more values giving also arguments throwing the error. Remember. Okay. Next here. And one more. Okay, next directly single value only I'm giving. So here directly value I given guys here. So this value, for example, in one variable I'm creating. So x equal to Virat. This x value we can send here, no problem. So x is a one variable contains Virat value. Now this x value we are using in the function calling. This x value sending to this signature, okay, to this name, this x value sending. Now here what is there? Virat is there. This Virat value we are using here. Okay, so hello Virat, like we are getting. So that's why guys here arguments nothing but not exactly values. Argument nothing but one variable. A variable contains value. This variable value pass into this parameter. So here parameter is nothing but one variable only, which is the required value. Or else sometimes name equal to value directly here only we can write, no problem. Name equal to value, some value here only we can write. Okay. So finally you need to be remember at the time of defining the function, if any variables we are using, technically we are calling parameters. Technical term parameters. But nothing but variables only, which are required values. At the time of calling the function, if any variables we are using here, then those variables we are calling arguments. Technically, we are calling like arguments. But arguments are nothing but variables only, which contains values. Understanding? So remember, don't get confusing. Technical terms at the time of defining parameters we are calling, at the time of calling arguments we are calling. Both parameters and arguments are nothing but variables which are required values. Which are required values. See here also you're getting hello Virat. Hello Virat. Direct values we can pass here, or we can send, we can store in one variable. That variable we can pass to calling this function. So that value we can use here. So exactly no need of using name here. Here x I used, here name I used. This x value sending to this name. Okay. So here, what is output? You can check it. Next, how many parameters are there here? Same number of values we require to pass. Same number of values we require to be pass it. So here, one def addition function I'm going to use. Addition of x comma y, like I'm using addition of x comma y. or a comma b, like we can write. So now here you can find out addition value. See here, print first x value is what, like I want to be print. So x value is something this x, and the next print y value is y, like I'm using, and then here print sum is x plus y, we are getting. Okay, and now here addition I'm calling. So if I'm executing, what is output? If I'm executing, what is output? Let me know. Error or no error? Error coming or no error? So error, definitely error. Here two parameters there, no arguments there. So error we are getting, like you need to understanding. So check it, really getting or not. So yes, type error, missing two required positional arguments, x and y. X and y, like you are getting. Okay, now here one value I'm passing, still error coming. Why means for this first value passing to this first position related variable. That's why here the errors showing like a positional argument error, like something. Oh, where is that? Closing. So you can see here. So missing one required positional argument y missing, like showing. So first value passing to this first position, second value to second position, like order-wise shading. So here also getting problem. So if I'm giving like three values, then here also throwing the error. Here also throwing the error. Takes two positional arguments, but three were given. So in all situations, type error only we are getting. So exact numbers we need to be give it. Now here x value is 10, y value is 20. So that's why you're getting here x value is 10, y value is 20, sum is 30. Now here I'm going to do the order changing 20 comma 10. Now x value is what? 20, y value is 10, order changing. So you can see here. So previously x value is 10 is there. Now x value is 20 is there. Order wise shading. First position, this is the first position, this is second position, third position, like that. First position value to first position variable, to this first position variable. Second value to second position, like a position wise sharing the values. Okay, so remember now this sum here x plus y 30 return. So this is find the sum or else return the result. Add variables and print result. Print result. This program. Now here, check it in every function as a last statement here, return none value there, guys. In every function as a last statement, return none is there. Okay, so addition here return none is there. So whenever you are calling this one, so coming to here, x and y value shading, so x value printing, y value printing, sum printing. These three print statements executing, and return keyword is there. Return keyword behavior is this function result. Using this return keyword here, we can return. So one function result by using return keyword, we are returning to function calling location. This is what we are calling function calling. To this function calling location, so function result we are sending. Now to this location, this none value is sending. This none value is sending by default. So now here none value is coming, but this none value we are not printing so far. If you want, you can see here print off, like if you are writing print off. Now this is we are calling function calling statements. So coming to here, these all are normal print statements. As it is printing this, these all statements printing directly, and this function result using return keyword return to function calling location. So now this none value coming to here. So here what is there finally? None value is there. None value is going to print by using print function. That's why along with this output, none also going to get now. None also going to get now. Are you clear this one? So right now here print statements we are using, but in the real time, we are not using print statement most of the times. So we are performing required logics and directly using return that function related result we are sending. So I will show you these all things about what is output here. So here you need to expect this none value also along with these three print statements. So here next you can see here sometimes without writing like this sum here. Okay, sum this statements without writing here. So here for return x plus y, like we are return x plus y. So x and x value is what, y value is what, like normally printing x plus y, finding sum, this sum value return to this location, return to this location. So now this sum value here printing, this sum value here printing. See here 30 value printing. What is this 30? This 30 is a sum. Then here you can write if you want. This sum is this sum is 30. Clear? So this function result 30 return to this calling location. This is a variation. Like this, we require to write what is output. Now, simply I'm going to write def addition or add of x comma y, then simply return x plus y, return where is the plus y. So this is a function, and now we can call here the addition of 10 comma 20, addition of 10 comma 20. So now here, what is output we are getting? Let me know. What is output we are getting? After executing, result is what? Result 30 you are getting. On the screen, what displaying? On the screen, no output. On the screen, no output. So you are calling this function, coming to here and finding x plus y value 30, 30 return to here, but this is not printing here. This is not printing here. That's why we are unable to see the output on the screen. Check it here. So sometimes giving programs like this, what is output, like asking A, B, C, D, like null, four options, giving multiple choice questions. So some people selecting directly 30, but you are not printing here. Okay. So if you want, you can store into one variable result. So now this 30 value, after executing this, 30 value is coming, the 30 assigned to one variable. And now if you want, we can print here. Okay. So yes, 30 we got it. Now here question is entry question, guys. Can we assign a function result to a variable? Can we assign a function result to a variable? Yes, we can assign. See here, this is the function calling. After executing function calling, so then function result getting, that result assigning to variable. and that is we can use here. Okay. How to assign a function result to a variable, like asking question. How to assign, or else can we assign? Then you need to explain the solution. Got it? So now here, next one more one. Can we use a function result in an expression? Can we use a function result in an expression? What is your answer? What you are thinking? Can we use a function result in an expression? Yes, we can use it. Yes, we can use it. So here, this is a function. After executing this function, 30 value we are getting. This 30 into 2 plus 10. Okay, like we are writing. So this is what expression we are calling. So first, because of this executing this function, and finally we are getting the 30 results to here. 30 result we are getting. 30 into 2, 60. 60 plus 10, 70. Finally, the 70 value assigning to variable, and we can use that variable. We can use that variable. Okay. So you can see here 70 we are getting. Are you clear this? Sunil, return keyword is mandatory. You're asking. What I said, wherever you are calling a function, to that location, this function result, if you want to send, then return keyword is a mandatory. Without return keyword, normal print statements, if you are using, see here, I'm calling function here, for example. So above program, you can see here. These programs. I'm calling the function here. So to here, not getting any result. So all our print statements there, directly printing here only. Wherever this print statement is executing, here only getting. This all result, if I want to get into here, then return keyword is required. Otherwise, the return keyword is optional. Okay. Return keyword, if you are not returning, then by default Python returning internally with none value, returning. Now every function return only finally one result only. Remember that. Every function finally return only one value only. Now here, see this function result in an expression I created. And one more question, these all are one word interview question. So can we call a function name before creating it? What is your answer? Can we call a function before creating it? This is a function. And you are storing into one variable a result, and you are printing, no problem, output you are getting. After defining the function, we are calling. So whenever calling, this is going to this function calling location, executing. But my question is, can we call a function before creating it? This is a function creating. So this function calling statement can be called before creating, like I asked. So here I created, but before creating only I'm calling. So whenever this line executing, top to bottom executing, first this line executing. So above side with this addition, one function created or not checking in Python memory allocation. After executing these lines in Python memory allocation, add function with two parameters related logic storing here. So right now here, the before creating only you are calling. So with the addition function with the two parameters related, any memory is created or not in the memory allocation checking, not available, then it throws error, name addition is not defined. name addition is not defined. Okay, function name is nothing but identifier name. This identifier is not available in the memory allocation. That's why we got it. Okay, this name error name addition is not defined. Okay, after creating the function, then only we can call that function. That is a conclusion. Function call not in block, outside the block I called this is the function up to here, only this function body. Okay, so only this is the function body. Okay, so this is where I called outside function, I called function we are not calling inside function, outside function we are calling. Now that is also I will give you one more point here. These all are one word answer points. So here def f1 function. So print I'm writing here print. So I am from f1 function. I am from f1 function. Next one more f2. I am from f2 function. I am from f2 function. Two functions are created. And next f2 function, if I'm calling only f2 executing. Okay, so wait, bottom, is there any line? Here is there line. So because of this error coming. Okay, now see here f2. I am from f2 function. Okay, you're calling f2, that's why only this f2 executing. In memory allocation, f1, f2 both there, only f2 is calling. And f1, now f1 also calling. I am from f2, I am from f1. Okay, if it is calling first, first I am from f1 and next I am from f2. Which order we are calling, same order executing. Okay, now here, so f2 function I'm calling, executing f2. So f1 also I want to be execute, but I don't want to be called outside normally. Normally, I don't want to be called like this f1. Okay. So inside this f2, I'm calling this f1 function. I'm calling this f1 function. So here question is, can we call a function inside another function? Okay. Can we call a function inside another function? Yes, we can call it. So f2 function I'm calling, coming to here, trying to executing this statement. After that, this function calling is there. Because of f1 function, now from here to here jumping. F1 function statement also executing. So now you can see here, I am from f2 function and I am from f1 function. All of you clear this syntax? Last one. So, okay, here I am from f2 function. I'm from f2 function, first line just assumption, then f1 function executing, and after this we can write other lines also. Other lines also we can write it. I am from f2 function, last line. So now here f2 we are calling, coming to here, going inside normal print statement as it is printing. And next line coming here, f1 function calling is there. Because of this, jumping to here. Okay. So now inside that print function is there as it is printing. No other statement there. After completing f1 function, cursor coming to next line. Cursor coming to the next line. So now this print statement as it is printing. Okay. So now see here. I hope everyone understanding function calling statements. And last point for the today session. So create infinite loops related, just you can see here. one function I used. So here one function calling is there. So one time printing. Okay. So now here, if I'm writing like this, what is happening? F1 we are calling, coming to here, going inside print function executing, print statement executing, and then F1 function calling is there. Because of that, again coming to here. Next, going inside print executing, F1 calling. One more time coming to here. Again, print executing, F1 calling. One more time like this. Like this, how many times? Repeatedly executing, infinity number of times. No, Janaki. So not 2 times. Every time calling F1 function. Only one time you are calling here. So going inside a function, print statement executing, one more time calling. So when calling here, again coming to here, so printing print statement, again function calling is there. So this statement repeatedly executing, infinity number of times executing. So one function calling inside the same function, if we are writing infinity function logics executing. See here, if I'm executing, so F1 function F1 like number of times repeatedly executing. See, certain number of times repeatedly executing. Later Python deciding, okay, this function not going to be terminating. So then recursion error like returning. Recursion error, okay. So it means infinity loop meaning maximum recursion depth exceeded. Maximum recursion depth exceeded, like you are getting. So simply this is like an infinity function related logics. Create one recursion function like asking in interviews. Can you create one recursion function like asking? Recursion function means what? I don't know. Like some people thinking recursion function is nothing but infinity function. A function inside the same function calling is called recursion function. This function inside the same function only we are calling. That is called recursion function. Nothing but infinity loop. Okay. So here, can we call a function inside the same function? Can we call a function name inside the same function name? Okay. So this is if creating like this, it leads to infinity function. It leads to infinity function. Remember. Here the number of points are given today. And okay, last point, guys. One last point. Up to this, today you will get material. Tomorrow, different material. Like functions, multiple sessions we are going to be discussing. So one more is def message of, and now here print line 1, line 1, line 1, line 1, or else hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, like that. Line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, line 6. So 2, 3, or else I will use some space. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, totally 6 statements there, and I'm going to call message function. Then all our print statements directly executing, totally 6 lines executing. Line 1, line 2, line 3. So if I'm using here the print, then one more none value we are getting. As a last statement internally written keyword is there. None also getting. Okay. So this is one function result. Now here my statement is after the return keyword, if any statement there in above function, at the end line, return none is there. That's why because of this none value also, we got it as a output here. Okay. So now here, I don't want to be use end position. Here I'm writing return none, I'm writing. Suppose, for example, return none like writing. Okay. Then what are the outputs we are getting? What are the statements output we are getting? So here, whenever we are calling function coming to here, then inside the friend 1, friend 2, friend 3 executing and return keyword is there. In every function, return keyword is the last statement. So this none value is returning to here. This none also printing. 1, 2, 3 and none printing. After the return keyword, if any statements there, those all statements are not going to be executing. After the return keyword, if any statements there in the function, those all are not going to be executing. Why not executing means to the Python interpreter up to the return keyword only finding statements. After the return keyword, function execution terminating. These all other lines not finding to the Python interpreter. So that's why in this situation, you are going to get these things only 1, 2, 3, none only. Okay. So in every function, last statement is the return keyword statements. After the return keyword, if any lines they're not executing, this point you need to be remember it. Return keyword. Acting like a last keyword. In every function, return keyword statement is a last statement. Remember this one. In every function, return keyword statement is a last statement. After that, any statements they're not executing. Okay. So these all points, basic fundamentals, guys. So tomorrow be ready whenever I'm asking questions. So you need to explaining these all things. So all topic headings also I given. These all headings you need to be follow clearly. So, and in the tomorrow session, so right now here the function, purpose of function, creating function, executing function, about the parameters and arguments we discussed, about the return keyword we discussed, types of functions. So tomorrow I will explain, and a lot of functions related, a lot of points there. So up to here I completed types of function, free-defined function, user-defined functions like that. We will discuss in the next session. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for spending more time today. We will meet tomorrow. We will discuss some other topics. Without postponing today, everybody must be do reading function related. Then tomorrow concepts you are understanding. Not only tomorrow coming 1 week more easily will understanding if you are reading today material. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Recording stopped.
Yes, guys. Any doubt there?
Sir, do we have a call by value and call by reference in Python?
Yes, we have.
Then in that case, we are passing values only, no, and arguments, even though it's changing, the return is changing.
What you are?
Once if you pass the argument with address, then only it has to be show the solution with the change.
It's not like Java related call by value, call by reference. So simply previously X I sent here in our program. X I sent here there somewhere. In Java, that is more big topic, call by value, call by reference related. Now see here, this is what? Variable. Okay. So I'm passing the variable here. Variable I'm passing. This variable value sending to this function calling. So here the directly value we can passing call by value, okay? And variables also we can pass, understanding? So anything
Yes,
which,
sir. We are passing value, but even though it returns is changed value. But in other language, if the changes will be occur only if you pass the address of the variable.
yes, there in Java following like that.
Okay. I don't know Java, but
But in Python,
I
not
know
like that.
C,
Whatever
C++.
the address we are
Ah,
sharing, this is the X. Yeah. So C, C++,
okay.
Java, these all follow same rules, but Python not like that. Okay. So Python popularity is Python. Why getting popularity means because of these all problems overcoming and easily passing the values. You know. So here the
Okay.
X directly whenever passing this X related value, what is there without sending here and using that value. So here we are not
Okay.
discussing call by reference, call by value. These are all not required also. So reducing lot of burden on the
Good.
developers, learners. That's why nowadays choosing for people as their primary skill language Python. Okay.
Okay.
Python providing
Thank you, sir.
less coding rules, like we discussed at starting this, less coding rules. So this is also one rule not following.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Uh,
So we don't have the call by value and call by reference in Python.
yes, we can consider like that.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Here with this person, Krishna. Okay, one function after creating multiple times, you can call it, no problem.
Sir, what is callback?
Right.
Callback.
Call. Okay, we will discuss that in the next session. Right now, function whenever we are calling, then only function executing. This point I explained there.
Mhm.
So first focus on this function related syntax rules, these all things. Function topic 3 days we are discussing. So somewhere I will discuss a call by reference, call by value related behavior. So it's a depth topic. Many people will get confusion.
Okay,
But
sir.
even though we are not focusing on that point, no problem. Python itself take caring everything. The people who are following the C, C++, Java, those people sometimes address they are sending for changing the values. Sometimes only values sending. A lot of big topic that. So no
Okay.
worries about that. Forget about that right now. And somebody is giving like this. Somebody in the chat box giving like this. So sir, why not getting output like asking? Why not getting output like? Okay. So here 2, this is your function 2 of 5 comma 2 you are calling. Okay. So whenever you are printing this one, then only you are getting a response. Okay. Again, here in the chat box above one function also, I think you given a one function. One function return result. Here also you are not getting different inputs you given, man. What can I understand? So here also you're writing like this, correct syntax only. You're calling this one of 5 comma 6. So then 5 plus 6, 11 value coming here. But that is you're not printing. You're unable to see the output. If you want to be see the output, you can print here. This result you can print. Otherwise, this result you can assign to one variable. That variable you can print it. Then only you will get the output. Okay. Krishna, are you understanding? And the next here, you're calling this two function x, y. Inside that one function you are calling, okay, x, y. Nothing but this 5 comma 2 values you are sending to this x, y. Okay, here return x plus y is there. So this is calling location. This is calling location. So this 11 value is coming to here. So if you want to print, that 11, so here you are not storing this 11 anywhere. How can you use, how you are able to display? So these all are wrong structure. Okay, your semicolon not accepting Python. Okay, properly write the code. Any other?
Sir, in Python, how frequently we use functions? Because in database side, functions are not that much good at performance wise.
Hmm.
So in Python too, whether we can use more functions or not, sir? Performance is good
So
at.
here in the databases, we are writing SQL queries for getting the data.
Yes.
Okay. So here the functions we are using for displaying the data on the console. For user requirement related on the screen, whatever the data we want to display, that is using the functions we are displaying. Okay, database interactions using SQL queries we are using. In the SQL, in the database, the functions different topic, that is function database related functions different, Python functions
Okay.
different.
Okay.
know?
Okay, sir.
So in Python, via the functions only, we are writing the reusability logics, and then we are displaying. For example, when we are entering into the ATM center, withdraw money, deposit money, balance inquiry money, like some methods or functions we are creating, and we can execute them. So sometimes we are calling function, sometimes we are calling method right now. When we are discussing the OOPS concept, you will get the differentiation between the functions and the methods. So one blank class, if we are creating in that blank class, withdraw method, deposit method, balance inquiry method, like we are writing, and please select your operation, like we can display on the screen. 1, if you are pressing, then withdraw the money. 2, pressing balance inquiry. 3, pressing deposit money, like we are giving options. So then user selecting one particular number, pressing one number, that corresponding action going to executing. If user selecting balance inquiry related option, then this is your balance, total available balance, like displaying. Okay. So, I mean, whenever pressing balance inquiry, asking your account number, based on the account number, getting balance inquiry, balance details. Okay. And withdraw, if pressing, then please enter your amount, what you want to withdraw. Please select amount or enter amount, like asking 5,000 trying to withdraw. Then taking that 5,000, internally logics we are executing. In your account 5,000 there or not. In your account 3,000 only there, but you are trying to withdraw 5,000. So not possible to give 5,000.
So in Python,
Okay,
any
insufficient funds in your account, like displaying. More than 5,000 is there? Yeah, tell me.
is there any list of like performance improvement options in Python? Like list to comprehension is the one type of performance based improvement compared to for loop and everything.
Yes, yes.
So like that, any list is there? So if anyone asks me like what are the improvement options in Python while writing the
No, list related improvements, list related no concepts there.
okay.
So just we are going to write optimization techniques only by following after learning the concepts. For example, right now data types list we discussed, comprehension, list comprehension, little bit performance best wise we are getting solutions. Okay, and in these functions later lambda functions we are going to get. So using
Okay.
the lambda functions we are going to get more performance benefits.
Okay, both are like concising. The concept is
Yeah.
like less
Reducing
number of
the
syntax
code.
and more in
Yes,
performance.
exactly. Less
Okay.
lines of code we are writing, and the memories we are required to save it, then we
Okay.
will get the best performance.
Okay,
And
sir.
for your for your query, you can say like a generator concept. Generator. So using list 1,000 numbers, if you are generating 1,000 numbers related memory creating in the memory allocation at a time. Later, when you are writing for loop, each time one value only getting output. But in memory at a time, 1,000 memories creating. But the same thing using generator, if you are creating 1,000 numbers in memory allocation, at a time only one memory only creating, that memory related value only accessing. So a lot of memory saving, then obviously performance increasing.
Okay, generator. Okay.
Generator we can say most best
Okay, sir. Thank you.
solution. But if you are trying to telling generator later, then immediately class question will get okay, what is generator, how to create a generator, like that. So be prepared for that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Sir, while defining a function,
Yeah.
why do we use def keyword instead of function keyword?
Yeah,
Is,
okay.
is there function a reserved word for another purpose?
No function keyword is there in the function in the Python. No function keyword.
Okay.
Okay. So Python, who developed? Guido van Rossum, author. Always
Yes.
don't forget everyone. Father of the Python, Guido van Rossum. Remember, when you are attending interviews, if suddenly getting that question, this is a silly question. But if we are unable to tell, so that is a big mistake. Like the interview person, some people thinking crack fellows. Okay. So because of that silly reason, also we are not going to lose any option. So Guido van Rossum designed this Python. He given def keyword for defining the function. So that is a syntax rule, okay, Python rule. We have to follow that rule. By using the def, we are generating the functions. For example, JavaScript is there. In the JavaScript, using the function keyword, we are going to creating the functions. Okay.
Yes.
So in Java, different syntax they are using for creating the methods. In Java, functions not there, methods there. Okay, public, static, void, main, like methods creating. Any question?
Is the def keyword is related to defining a function or a definition related to defining a definition?
Defining the function means just creating the function signature, heading line, this one. Okay, def keyword is for defining this function body, function signature. Inside that, what you want, those are normal statements, we can write it. Okay.
No,
So
no,
this
actually, I'm asking, sir, that def is a definition or it's a defining keyword?
not getting, sorry. You're asking def is a defining.
We are defining function, that's why we are using def, or is a definition, its meaning is a definition.
Okay. So def is, you need to remember like that, remove those all questions in your mind. So def is one keyword in Python. By using def keyword, we are going to create a function. By using def keyword, we are going to create a function.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Okay,
So
sir.
def keyword followed by the function name. Def keyword followed by the function name. Space required here.
Yes, sir.
Def keyword followed by the function name, followed by the parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis, optional parameter. And this is called the function definition or function signature, we are calling generally.
Yes,
Function signature.
Sir,
or function
generally
definition,
def keyword is
okay,
used to
or
create
else
or
function
defining a
syntax.
function.
got it, sir.
Defining, creating, both are same, madam.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's why defining the function, creating the function, like I'm telling.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And these statements we are calling function body statements. Okay, function statements, what we want, we can do it. So function body statements we are calling, or else block of statements, a function block of
Yes, sir.
statements, function body of statements, function scope of statements. Scope we are calling, block we are calling, body we are calling. Most of the times, body we are calling function body statements or block statements, function block statements. Okay. In every function, at least one statement required. At most, n number of statements can write as per the requirement. In every function, as a last statement, return keyword statement only there. If we are not writing, by default, Python only creating return none. If we are creating, we can create as per our requirement. Whenever we are calling, this is we are calling the statement calling function or executing the function, calling statement or executing statement. Function name with optional parameters. If optional parameters there, optional arguments. If no parameters, no arguments. Two arguments like that. Okay. So here parameters and arguments are all nothing but variables only, required values. So Whenever
Okay.
we are calling, then only executing. That point remember.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Right?
Yes, sir.
These are all the basic points you need to be understanding. Today, a lot of points are given. So after executing this function using return keyword, we are getting the return. So return keyword behavior is wherever we are calling the function, to there this function result returning. This function result returning. And now this function result can be assigned to a variable. Yes, we can assign some x equal to, like we can assign, we discussed it already.
Yes, sir.
Can we use this function result in an expression? Yes, we can use so here does something into 2 plus 10, like I used. This is called expression, mathematical expression. So, and this function calling, before defining the function, can we call, that is also given one question. So before defining, if we are calling with this name not available in memory allocation, any memory, so then throwing the error, name error, function name not defined, like that.
Yes, sir.
These all points are given today. Tomorrow, here about these parameters related arguments or parameters there. No? So about this, we are going to discuss more points. That is
Sir,
important topic in Python.
little bit confusion in parameters, arguments, variables, because the three are little bit similar, no?
Exactly similar only, depending on the situation, term changing, pronouncing term changing.
Okay.
Okay. So generally, wherever we are creating like this, some x equal to 10, here we are calling variable.
Variable, right?
Okay. Yes. So for example, this is my function, something message of here the something name I'm writing, and then here you can return this name. Now here what we are calling this one? Parameter, technical term parameter, nothing but variable name only. To this variable we required value. So then here message of something value we are creating here, Virat. So this is what value actually. So
Yes.
technically here at the time of calling, argument we are calling.
Arguments.
This
Okay.
argument value sending to this parameter, okay, to this name. Now that name value returned to this location. And now here, this argument value, we can pass like this also, x equal to some Virat, like you can create.
Means whatever value we
So
are
this
giving
x
to
value
variable.
directly we can give here.
So that means
Ah.
whatever value we are giving to a x variable, that is called argument.
Yes. This is
Okay.
I'm assigning to x variable. This x variable I'm using here as the argument.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this x value sending to this name. Okay. So here x is there, here x not required exactly any one, any name we can use. This first parameter, first argument value to first parameter binding.
Okay.
Okay. And now this value we are using. So we can use like this, or else see here. If I'm not going to use here, I'm not going to, don't want to give any value, no problem. Then here name equal to here only we can use Virat. So variable name having value directly here only at the time of defining. Okay, then directly that name value we can use a Virat value getting here. So if value directly available here, then no need to pass here directly if you available. Okay, if you are passing here, this is a tomorrow topic actually.
Okay.
Okay, so if I'm passing like Rohit, this Rohit value going to be replacing here. If I'm not passing, then Virat only using. If I'm passing any value, it is replacing with Rohit. Then later I can use this one in this function. So don't worry about this. This all we are calling arguments or parameters related. Types of arguments or types of parameters there. 4 types there. Tomorrow total session about that one only we are going to discuss. Today whatever discussing, these all points signature related, syntax related only majorly we are using today. So this syntax following tomorrow and here, how many ways we can pass the values tomorrow session we are going to discuss.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other people?
Sir, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. See you
Have a nice
tomorrow.
day, sir.
Don't miss it. Functions topic, 3 sessions continuously, don't miss it guys at any cost. Some people may be having some other urgent works like that. If maximum possible, attend 3 continuation classes, functions. These rules number of times we are going to use in the future sessions also. That time you people are not going to get any confusion. Yeah, thank you. See you, bye. Have a nice day.
సార్ స్మాల్ హలో
Tell me.
సార్ ఒక పారాగ్రాఫ్ ఇచ్చి పారాగ్రాఫ్ లో ఎన్ని ఫస్ట్ నంబర్ ఆఫ్ లైన్స్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయో చెప్పాలి, తర్వాత వర్డ్స్ చెప్పమన్నారు సార్. వర్డ్స్ వచ్చాయి కానీ లైన్స్ చెప్పడం రావట్లేదు సార్. లైన్స్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయనేది.
Lines, split lines method you can use.
ఓకే
Paragraph, entire paragraph is like one string. Okay.
ఓకే
So string dot split lines. If you are using, how many lines are there? List of lines wise you are getting actually. List of lines. Okay. So for
Okay.
that len function you can use, how many lines are there, you will get it. Split method if you are using, list of words wise we are getting. Split lines method if we are using, list of lines wise you are getting.
ఓకే సార్.
Yeah. Bye guys.
Have a nice day, sir.